Good morning, it's me. It's Liz Yuille from Old Staples Crafts. Thank you for joining me this morning. Hopefully people will be jumping on very shortly. Inevitably, because it's cold and I've got a hot drink, I've got a runny nose. Excuse me. Oh dear. So how are we all this morning? Let's just make sure that we are live. Anything here to tell me? Yes, we are live. Ooh, and bad news. Bad news. What is it? A fair amount of rain is forecast this week. We're supposed to be going on a walk tomorrow. That's going to be awful. Oh well. Hey ho. Let's hope it's not actually. Hello, Pam. How is Pam? Hope you're well. Oh, I must just get my tea open because I've just made myself a cup of tea. And in order to drink it, it would be quite useful if I take the lid off and take the tea thing out of it. Bear with me. So today I am playing with the Whimsy and Wonder suite. Let me pop that there. I've been playing with it over the last few days and it's just lovely. I'm very well, thank you, Wendy. I hope you are too. Hello, Rachel. Dull here, but not raining yet. Fingers crossed. Hello, Rebecca. And Ozpause from Kansas. Right, so yes, we're playing with Whimsy and Wonder today. Ooh, I've spilt my tea. Bear with me. You couldn't make it up, could you? You always get everything here. Morning, Margaret. Now, anybody, and I don't know if anybody who has is on here, anybody who ordered my first Christmas Blitz, it is on the way to you. And the videos and stuff will be with you very soon. I hope to get those out later today or very early tomorrow. Tea. Lovely. I love a cup of tea. So, yes, Whimsy and Wonder today. I've been having a look on Pinterest and getting a few ideas. I like to use that as a kind of jumping off spot. We are going to be making a shaker card. I'm just having a look at exactly what I'm going to put in it. I think I'll be using is it the Peaceful Sequins? I think it is. Anyway. And the ribbon and yes, everything. Good. Right, I have done a little bit of prep for my first card, which is a worry. Because, you know, sometimes I don't. Anywho, so let me flip the camera down and we can get started. So all I have done so far is, don't actually need that piece, cut a frame from this lovely holographic paper. I love this holographic paper. Managed to order some more. Yay! Well, didn't see anything about the Christmas Blitz this time. It was to my customers, Pam, rather than to team. I will try and remember to put it in for the team as well. But yes, it's the Christmas Blitz is a series, so it's not a one-off. It's a series getting ready for Christmas. But you will get the instructions shortly anyway, Pam, because you're in my team. So I've cut a piece of window sheet. I'm just getting all the fluff from the cutting plate off. I've cut a piece of... Oh, thank you, Rachel. This is one of my favourite colours, the dark blue. Unfortunately, when I used it yesterday, I realised that it's got to that gloopy stage where it's going to have to go in the bin. There's not much left, and what's left is almost completely gloop. Painting it was interesting. That one's all right. The lighter of the ones is all right. I'm hoping I've got another navy. Otherwise, I might have to place an order for some more. So this is my little frame. I've got a Blushing Bride card base. I've got a piece of this snowflake paper. And I'm going to do some die cutting. I'm going to start with the die cutting and work from there. Hello, Jan. I've done the rectangle because it needed the big die cutter, but for the other bit I'm going to use my baby because I like my baby. Oh, now I saw a post on I'm not in picture in picture. I wanted to be picture in picture, so you can't actually see me otherwise. There we go. I saw a post on one of the Stamping Up websites, Facebook pages, I think, but I can't honestly remember, asking if it was normal for these plates to crack, and by which I mean actually split. I've never been very successful with that, Wendy, but I know they do, but I've never been very successful. I have a few nail varnishes. I think I'll be all right. But yes, and keeping it in the fridge, not always, actually. Again, I've had some issues with that, but nice suggestions, thank you. So, yes is the answer. You can end up splitting your plates. I have done it on my original Big Shot, my Stamping Up Big Shot. Haven't yet split a plate on a cut and emboss, but it's not impossible because basically you're putting plastic under pressure and tension. Anywho, I'm going to start with a tree or two. So, let me grab. So I've got one spiky tree. I'm loving these spiky trees. I did have a bit of a go with this over the weekend, so my website is going to be pretty whimsy and wonder, whichever way around it is, over the coming week. Just warning you. I've got some of this lovely shimmer vellum, and I'm going to cut the little trees out of that. And I might actually just do one in this. And where are my snips? I've tidied up. As you know, that is always fatal. There they are. I might do one in that. I might grab a bit of silver, actually. Bear with. Foil. Foil, foil, foil. Foil. I know we've got the new silver foils, but I'm going to use a bit of old silver foil because it's to hand. So, you know, you can use any. I have 200 nail polishes. Oh! Keeping in the dark helps. I keep them in a drawer. So they are always in the dark and it's almost full. I am a bit of a nail varnish nut. I do love my nail varnish. Now the foil has got adhesive strip on the back. Ooh! Now, there's a thought. Bear with me. Because I can probably stick some strip on the back of this as well, because if you put sticky sheet... Oh, the snips are wonderful. I think they're out of stock at the moment, Pam, so they may take a while to arrive, but they are due. I did check the inventory report this morning. So, yours. So I'm just going to... Oh, come along. I'm just going to pop some sticky on the back of my vellum. And here's my other scissors, because these are my sticky ones. This is a bit of a patchwork. What I should have done is cut a full piece of the vellum, but hey, I didn't. So go figure. Oh, come along. Thank you. Now I've got sticky all over my thumb, which is not necessarily what I wanted to end up with. And then that I can stick on there. to get some length for my Christmas tree. And this is why I keep a set of snips just for my sticky, because they do get ever so sticky with sticky sheet. As do my thumbs. Right. Okay, so let's get going. Sorry about that. Oh, maybe they are back, but I thought they were still on back order. I have to say, Wendy, I do my own nails because I just do them in the evening. Because the nail varnish that I use, which there is a link on my website for my nail varnish, because I used to have people asking me where my nail varnish came from, they do a quick dry, so that is always useful. So it doesn't take too long to do my nails. The only downside of doing my own nails is one of the cats gets terribly interested. Which is not necessarily what you want. Yes, definitely want a pair for sticky, Pam. I can't tell you how many pairs I have had. I used to have lots because of classes when back in the days when I actually did classes and coffee and card and things, you know, in person. But yes. I don't know why I'm putting those to one side, because I need them back. Right, so what I am going to do is grab a piece of Blushing Bride. And I just want a scrap. Possibly a bigger scrap than that. Oh, that'll do. That will do. Right, and again, I want some sticky sheet. Now, I have to say I'm using up old sticky sheet. We used to sell the branded Sizzix, and now we sell our own, but I'm not going to not use my sheet that I've still got, because it's still good to go. So let's peel that back and make a sticky piece of Blushing Bride. So this is how I would normally do it. I have to say my nails are rubbish. Chemo didn't do them much favours, or many favours, and that's why I wear nail varnish, but I don't do gels. Gels can damage your nails, and because my nails are so badly damaged, I mean my nails are truly badly damaged, so I don't tend to have them ever exposed. And I don't use anything that might damage them even more. So yeah. But hey, right, okay, so Blushing Bride, and we're going to have a whimsical tree out of Blushing Bride, and I'm going to feed it through that way because it's less wasteful. And once I've done the die cutting, it shouldn't take too long to fluffy nails. Yes, not a good idea, Rachel. Oh, thank you, Wendy. They are orderable. Good. They were definitely on the list. Maybe they're low stock now. Maybe they're on, because they may not have got that many in. I don't know. Anyway, they were definitely showing on the inventory status report. Right, okay. Ooh, now that's all come off. So I have actually got an order arriving today. And assuming it all goes to plan, my centre stage box should arrive tomorrow, which will be very exciting. I've got my on-stage box, which I think I showed you on Thursday, showed you the outside, which is very pretty. But my centre stage box should be arriving tomorrow. Right, let's get rid of the plates. And this is what I'm going to be using my shimmery vellum for. So I'm just going to peel that away. And let's see where's going to be the best place to pop this. Should have thought about this before I took the backing off. Let's pop it there. Probably not the best place to put it, but hey, there we go. Right, bone folder, where did you go? You're not where you're meant to be, so you must be out somewhere. Where's my bone folder? Can someone see my bone folder, or is it just me not being able to see things? No, can't see it. I've got another one somewhere. Let me just, oh no, it is where it's meant to be. That's why I can't find it. Right, sorry about that. I think the thing with gel nails is you need to find a really good technician, and if they're not, they can be appalling. Right, I'm just going to rough cut this first, and then there isn't a die for the outline, because, well, there isn't. It's just there isn't, not because of anything. Come on. So that's not right. That obviously isn't right. And those aren't right. So the only way to do a background is to snip it, and that's fine. So shaker cards you can use for any time of the year, but obviously for Christmas, if you've got a few cards that you want to make for special people, you may want to give a shaker card a try. It's worth the extra if it's for someone special, I think. Now, who is with me that they wouldn't have put Polished Pink with Blushing Bride had it not been for the fact that that we know they are supposed to go together? I've just had a... No, that is right. Suddenly looking like Petal Pink. I always think of Blushing Bride as being slightly blue. Hello, Jenny. And Petal Pink is definitely a kind of reddy. I mean, it is at the cool end, but it's got more red in it than the Blushing Bride. And I wouldn't have naturally put them together. So, yeah. Ooh, for those of you who are in the UK and are customers, I have just sent a quick newsletter out just to remind you that I have still got some Celebration items up for grabs. They will be disappearing as an offer on Sunday, but you have until Sunday to claim some of my Celebration excess. I have sold, in inverted commas, sold out of the Shaded Summer dies and the Delicate Dahlia stamp set, but I have everything else. So if anyone wants any of those items, if you place a £45 or €60 order, for every multiple of that, you can claim one of my items. And I'm not differentiating on the levels or whatever, so if you want the host set, £45 will do it. I don't think there are any level 2s left. I think they were the Delicate Dahlia and the dies, but yes, so that is still around. Hello, Lisa. Need to talk punches. Yes, I need to send you an email. It's been somewhat frenetic. Things are going not particularly well with Father's house. Just dropped something on the floor. So I haven't had a huge amount of time for extras recently. Right, so that is my very pink Christmas tree. So I have a piece of Blushing Bride. I've got my frame. I've got my window sheet. First thing I'm going to do is add some tear and tape to my frame. Now this is the second from largest and the 2 down from that of the stitched rectangles. But yes, so Wendy, I will be in contact. Plates are falling off sticks here as well. Yeah, I mean, it's just because I had the class I needed to pack up to get out yesterday. It's just frenetic at the moment. I can't even begin to tell you how busy I am. But there we go. Right, so as ever, I like to make sure that my tear and tape is well and truly stuck. And then, no, oh, can't see it for looking. So I'm going to cover the whole of the front of my card with Designer Series paper. And as I say, you can use this design on any DSP. This would work really nicely actually with the Blackberry Bliss and also the Nature's Harvest. Anything with kind of nice die cuts would be pretty. Right, okay, so the key to this, of course, Sleepless Night in New Hampshire. Aww. Am I allowed to buy a host set off you? I don't know quite what you mean by buy. Are you allowed to place an order? Yes. Buy as in... Rachel, send me a message. Send me a private message explaining exactly what it is you want to do. Because... well, cause really. So I'm just popping this down, trapping a cat hair along the way, but hey. Oh no, maybe I got away with it. No, I got away with it. Ooh. So yes, just send me a private message, Rachel, and we'll worry about that later. So there is my window. I'm going to use the foam strips, but first I want to attach my paper to my card front, preferably without attaching my tear and tape to my bone folder. So I'm just going to run some Tombow around the outside and middle of my card and grab my paper, and because it's Tombow I can slide it into place. Come on, because it's liquid. And then again, bone folder, just to get it well stuck, and then turn over, grab your snips. Hello, Amanda from Perth. Oh, bless you, Wendy. Yes, thumbs up is always nice. And don't forget to share. Sharing is caring. So I have a standard message on my blog posts, how to support people in small businesses. And for those of you who are outside the UK and Europe, ways that you can do that. I mean, obviously you can buy from me if you're in Europe. You can join my team if you're in Europe. If you're not in Europe, you can share and you can like. Sharing in particular is wonderful. So, foam strips. So foam strips, wonderful things, particularly for shaker cards. You can use the edge of your dimensionals. And Rachel has already messaged me. Sorry, I saw a message coming up, and as I say, things are kicking off with my getting rid of my late father's house. So I wondered if you were the estate agent, but you're not. So foam adhesive strips. I do like them to be relatively close to the inside edge of the frame, because otherwise all you're doing is filling a void with whatever your shaker element is, which doesn't seem like a good idea to me, just saying. I would rather have my shaker elements visible. Now, what I do always recommend is that having put your foam strip on, you get your embossing buddy or corn flour, or do people still use talcum powder, or is that naughty now? Anyway, talcum powder, and just make sure that you haven't got anything too sticky going on the edges, because otherwise you can end up with things sticking to the edge. The other thing you can use, it's not as effective for this, is a used, please note that word used, tumble dryer sheet. Otherwise you end up putting a kind of film onto your window sheet. So Cilla, that's going to go there, that's going to go there, then that will go there, and this will go there. And I do actually want them to go off the bottom of the thing. Right, I'm going to stick my frame on first. So I've got my shaker elements, and these are they the peaceful sequins, something like that. You don't need too many to make an impact. It's almost a question of less is more. Ooh, trying to not pick them, scoop them off with your sleeve, always a plan. Right, this is the bit I always get a bit worried about. The DSP is gorgeous. I particularly like this candy cane. I'm going to have to shut a window. Or not shut a window, but close the... Now this is where the fun really starts, because things start jumping. Now I like to go slightly up, because this is slightly longer and thinner, sorry, shorter and fatter than this is shorter and fatter by proportion than my my card. That's almost straight, you know. Right, let's just pick up that and put it back in its little pot. They are gorgeous shaker cards, and I say you don't actually need that many shaker items. This is slightly askew with. I don't know that I'm going to be able to sort it out. Possibly. No, not going to risk it, but it is a little crooked. Under normal circumstances, I would spend more time doing it, but for some inexplicable reason, I've got people watching, and you know, so that's going to go there. I might actually not have those going all the way off the edge. Right, so this is the edge that's going to go on the card rather than the window. So you do need to make sure you do get glue on the card side, or paper side rather, because that is what is probably going to be your thing that's actually going to hold it in place. So load, aim, fire. It's always been so. You've got odd weather in Perth, have you? I suppose being right on the coast, you probably do. So that I'm actually going to bring up there. And the question is, where am I going to put this one? To the right. Okay, so this is where I find a pair of tweezers quite useful, particularly these craft ones that close. Ooh. Oh yes, because I put two pieces of sticky on, didn't I? So right, so I'm going to need to put some glue on the bottom here. It is a very fine stalk, this. Stem, I suppose. And then this one just tucked in beside it. Comme ça. And there is our shaker card. So that's our first one. Obviously we would put a liner in. So first one down. Let us have a look at another one. So I want to use this piece. Thank you, Wendy. I'll actually pop it there so people can see it. So I want to use this piece, and I also want to use the decorations. So I need a scrap of white, which you would think I would have out, but I don't. Need to start a new scrap. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp a few of these and colour them. So I need probably a D block. Oh, come on. Thank you. And don't want stays on. Exactly what I don't want. So if you like that first card, if you want to give it a thumbs up, that would be lovely. So that's that. I'm going to die cut it and then colour it. I like to get my die cutting done first so that if the die cutting doesn't work, I haven't wasted a lot of time colouring. Right, okay, so let's grab the die that I need for those. Come along, where are you? There you are. Oh. Right, so this cuts the strings as well as the shapes. And wind it in. There's all sorts of chat going on between our Australian friends, which is lovely. So there are my decorations. So the colours in the paper are, let me read them so that you've got them absolutely right. Blushing Bride, Crumb Cake, Mint Macaron, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow and Polished Pink. Now we don't have Blushing Bride as blends, but we do have Mint Macaron and Polished Pink, so I'm going to go with those and maybe do a little bit of an accent with other colours, but we'll see. So Mint Macaron, so this is Mint Macaron Light, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of shading with the dark. So we've gone from bright sunshine to the point where I was thinking I was going to have to close my curtain or blind to dull in the space of almost no time at all. So that's one. Let's do Polished Pink. And gosh, that's bright. That's not a complaint, by the way. It's an observation. And a little bit of the dark. Again, just coming in underneath. So let me just show you what I have done so far. So I'm just adding a little bit of shading. Like that. And let's have another Mint Macaron, and again I'm going to start with the light, and I think I might come in with a bit of Misty Moonlight. Might actually do Misty Moonlight and Mossy Meadow, and I might actually come in with Crumb Cake, and that's going to be for something very specific. So that's those. Crumb Cake and Misty Moonlight. I'm already mourning Misty Moonlight. Am I the only one that's mourning Misty Moonlight and it hasn't even gone yet? This is Light Misty Moonlight. I think I'll stick with this and not worry about Mossy Meadow. Right, now Crumb Cake, I think dark probably. So I'm doing the top of my baubles with dark Crumb Cake, and I'm also going to go across the middle of this one with dark Crumb Cake. But I'm then going to add... Oh, hello, Inika. I hadn't spotted you were here. So what I'm then doing is adding some Clear Wink of Stella, just to give these a bit more of a golden look at the top there, and then across the middle, I think, where the... And you can just keep layering this up, just be a little mindful that it may make some of the inks run. I'm not quite sure what the recipe is for the liquid in here, but just be mindful. Let me just show you that, because it worked out quite nicely. Let me switch over to the other camera and just see if I can... Can you see that it's glistening? Maybe. Anyway, it is. Right, okay, so I'm going to add that to this. So those are going to hang there. And I think we might have a sentiment. So first thing to do obviously is to stick them down, and I am just going to stick them flat. I'm not going to go into trying to add tiny bits of dimensional to the back of the strings, because life is just a little short on that. But having die cut the frame for the first card, it seems a waste to lose the bit out of the middle, really. So we won't. Good, thank you, Inika. Glad it's visible. So that is that. Then all we need is to layer that up and probably have, let's use that one because I like that one a lot, a quick sentiment. I have polished pink ready and raring to go, just as it happens, fluke. So what I am going to do is I'm going to see if silver will work on it. I don't know. Actually, no, I'm going to go white. I'm going to go white because white is more likely to show up on it than silver. So clear the decks a wee bit. And a bit of heat embossing. So this is almost a twofer card because you've done your shaker card and then you've got the bit left, which is your twofer, as in 2 for 1. Right, let your heart be light. Ooh, I've just had a thought, which I know is slightly worrying. How far down does that go? Not very. Now this is one of those really nice, really easy sentiments because it's not straight before it starts. So if it ends up not straight, it doesn't matter because it never was. There we go. Okay, let's pop the lid on and grab the trusty cheese board and get some heat going. There's a bit there that I don't want. There we go. Right, so trusty cheese board time. I think silver would have been a bit difficult to see, but let your heart be light. Right, okay, so I just need a piece of paper to go in the background, and I think I'm going to use, oh, that'll be nice. I'm going to use that, which is the reverse of the trees. So, that's probably the better way to cut it. So I'm going to cut it from this side. But I want that. Well, we'll play with it and see which side we think is nicest. Ooh, except I'm now thinking I might want a mint macaron background. So I'm thinking that side or that side. Okay, which side am I using? You're right, it would have been. Morning, Barbara. Oh, thank you, Inika. What's my favourite sweet in the mini? Ooh, I Do you know what? It varies. Because I played with this over the weekend, at the moment I'm really liking this. Love the white on pink. I'm not giving you a choice of pink. Trees. Right, we're going for trees. Someone's made a decision. Glad someone has. So we're going for trees. I might, however, if I've got one, no, yes, I might trim it down and put a border around it. So let me just trim this teeny weeny bit, and then we are going to use a blushing bride. I said I was going to use the ribbon, didn't I? I'm sure we can squeeze some ribbon on somehow. So I'm just trimming this down so we get a mint macaron edge. So, seal. So those of you who watch me regularly may remember that I was stressing over the fact that I had no seal. I was waiting. One of my parcels got caught in customs for a while, and it had 10 refills of seal in, and I was down to my last one. It's arrived. We're safe. So I'm very happy now that I've got lots of seal. There we go. So that's that. Let's bring in the card base. And so that's going to go on there. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. And I am just going to grab a very small piece of that, and I'm going to have that just underneath. So I know what I'm doing now. White on pink. The tree side on Memo. Oh, so I've nearly followed your suggestions between you. So I am still going for blushing bride for my base, but I am doing mint macaron between the paper and the blushing bride, because otherwise I think the trees might have looked a bit lost. Thank you. Wendy is happy that I have popped some mint macaron on. Right, so that's going to pop up. I'm going to use a reasonable number of dimensionals because it is only paper. So I'm going to be doing a bit of a Call Me Bruno Bertucci and going a little wild with my dimensionals. But I'm also going to be going a little wild with the inside bit, or the outside bits rather, of my dimensionals. Oh, need another one there. That's better. Right. Okay. Hello, Leslie. So, Wendy, you asked me which is my favourite sweet. Which is your favourite sweet from the mini? In fact, everyone, share with me which one is your favourite sweet from the mini, because I would love to know. Right, so that's going to go. Ooh, I could go all the way across. Okay, all the way across, or part of the way across? Yes, Blackberry Beauty, and yeah, then you get distracted. In fact, what I could do is get a slightly longer piece of that ribbon and layer it. Ooh, that's what I'm doing. Right, forget the question because I've decided on the answer. Right, longer piece of this. This I'm going to use my correct scissors and chop. This I'm going to chop as well. And that can pop up there, so I know it's there in the future. So what I am going to do is have that stuck on there so that it's furry underneath. Oh, love it when things just suddenly go together. I am going to cut that because I do really want the adhesive to go all the way to the end. Right. Expressions in ink. You haven't got Blackberry Beauty yet, but it's stunning. Expressions in ink is in the annual. I'm thinking about the mini specifically, although I do love the mini, the Expressions in ink. Did you see the Halloween card I made with the artistically inked stamp set? I think it was yesterday I shared it. In fact, it was yesterday I shared it. So that's going to go there. That's going to go there. Right, so I need adhesive. Actually, I'll use tear and tape. And a dimensional. And I'm going to stick my dimensional on my card because then I know it's in the right place. Peel my adhesive thing off my thingy, and then that can go there, like that. Trim from the back. Oh, and I've just had a thought. My paper pumpkin. Oh, thank you. Yes, it was something that one of the ladies at my flower club did, the pumpkin flower arrangement, and I thought I'd give it a go, and it works brilliantly, and it keeps the flowers really well. The printed Christmas. I think it's printed Christmas, is it? Painted Christmas, something like that. Right, I've just had a thought, which may or may not work. No, they are too. I was thinking they would be the same sort of colouring, but they're not. However, what we can use are some of those. No, don't like the hexagon shape, but I don't mind a circle. Thank you, Inika. So I'm just going to add some little dots of adhesive just there, and no, I'm just going to leave it there. And then these are going to take a while to dry, but they should be good to go. So I want, nope, not that, don't want that. I want event. Oh, for crying out loud. Thank you. Stay. Thank you very much. And a baby one, which I will sort out properly in a moment. No. Oh. Oh, good, wrong way up. There we go. It was just looking a little bare. Right, so there I'm going to have to shut that blind. It's that time of year. It's that time of year when the light can come shooting straight in. So there are our 2 cards. I would share the card that I made, the Halloween cards I made, but they're not in here. They're in the house at the moment. But you can find those over on my website. So if you have a look, there's a link on. There's a link. No, there isn't. If you go to oldstablescrafts.co.uk, you will be able to see the cards that I made yesterday. But these are the ones we've just made now. So yeah. I hope you like them. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Do share. It's lovely when people share. Sharing is caring. So let me flip the camera up. Hello, it's me. And tried to type sweet in and it came out as Semite. Okay, that's interesting. So Inika likes the Sweet Stockings, Blackberry Beauty and Whimsy and Wonder. I must actually play with Sweet Stockings. I haven't yet. Oh, I've just seen, yes, it was Christmas Semite. Anywho, so thank you very much for joining me again today. I will try and get this posted to my website tomorrow, but I have got quite a lot to do today. But I'll try and post this across to my website tomorrow and put the link below in the description bar. If you're watching it on catch up, do ask any questions in the comments section below the description bar. As I say, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see me live again this week, that will be Thursday at 3 p.m. UK time. For those of you outside of Europe, the clocks in Europe change this coming weekend between Saturday and Sunday, so overnight Saturday, Sunday. We will be going back an hour, just so that you realise that it will be a different time next week, because I don't know when everybody else's clocks change. I know Australia changed recently and America changes sometime soon, but Europe, and that's the whole of Europe, changes this coming weekend. Thank you very much indeed, and I will see you again very soon, I hope. So I will put up my end screen, and in the meantime, bye bye.